Have you been religiously practicing the COVID-19 prevention and control measures? If not, we urge you to do so, as it is only through your efforts will we be able to stop the spread of the virus and return to our productive activities. I know we've been in the throes of the pandemic for almost a year now, and it has been difficult. But we can't stop now. We must all continue to wear our masks in public, frequently sanitize hands, and maintain the 6 feet physical distance from each other. We are in this together. Let's build back stronger.
The numbers keep climbing, and yet some of you are still complaining about curfew times. Is that being selfish, or are you being smart? You continue to blame the government, stating they are not doing enough. But the big question is, are you doing your part to help decrease the spread? The unfortunate reality is that far too many people refuse to take the coronavirus pandemic seriously until they or someone they love gets infected. Now, this is what we do not want, and I don't believe I can stress this enough. Wear your mask, sanitize. Of course, we love to hug and socialize, but just ease off some of that right now. Not just for your safety, but also for others. It look hard for your relatives to be home doing all they need to in order not to catch the virus, and you out on the road being reckless and carrying it right home to them. Each one of us needs to help during this fight against COVID-19 as we work to make Jamaica the place of choice to live, work, raise families, and do business in a healthy environment.
Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Monday, March 1, 2021. A raft of new and stricter COVID-19 control measures took effect today as the country grapples with a continued spike in cases. Prime Minister Andrew Holness announced the measures under the Disaster Risk Management Act during a press briefing Sunday evening. He said the measures were needed to cauterize the spike and its associated increase in hospitalization, as well as a jump in the island's positivity rates. The all-island curfew remains at 8 p.m. to 5 p.m. until March 23. All places of worship, including churches, will engage only in online services, with a maximum of 10 persons allowed inside the place of worship to facilitate the broadcast. Zoos, parks, gyms, attractions, and bars will close at 6 p.m. daily. All public beaches and rivers will be closed. As for the education sector, only students sitting exit exams will be permitted to have face-to-face classes, while all other grades will continue to learn remotely. This applies to both public and private schools. The stay-at-home order for persons 60 years and older will remain until March 22. And the Prime Minister has instituted a ban on social events within public sector entities and called for a strict work-from-home arrangement effective March 4.
Permanent secretaries are directed to have only persons who work in critical service delivery and where the nature of the work performed requires that the job functions be performed at the physical office location.
Prime Minister Holness is also asking the private sector to implement work-from-home arrangements where possible. As of next Monday, March 8, all funerals and burials will be prohibited. Funerals already scheduled for March 1 to 7 will be allowed. And weddings have been reduced to a maximum 25 persons, including the officiating pastor, witnesses, and the wedding party. The Prime Minister says all other measures, including the 10-person public gathering limit and the mandatory wearing of masks in public places, will remain in effect until March 23. Meanwhile, measures have also been announced to try and contain imported COVID-19 cases. All persons traveling to the island, including Jamaicans, are required to present a negative COVID-19 test. The test must be conducted within 72 hours prior to the date of travel. Business travelers must present a pre-test result and will also incur the cost of a PCR test after their arrival in Jamaica.
The government has to shift this burden because obviously the limited budget that we have in every area we have to try and save. So we will shift the burden of the PCR test onto the business traveler.
In the meantime, there remains a restriction on flights coming directly from the United Kingdom until March 22. In other COVID-19 news, Prime Minister Andrew Holness has welcomed the announcement that the Indian government will be donating AstraZeneca vaccines to Jamaica this week. Since the beginning of the pandemic, India has donated 500,000 doses of the vaccine to CARICOM countries. The donation to Jamaica was announced last Friday as the government of the Republic of India presented the Ministry of Health with pharmaceutical and medical supplies. During another assignment on Friday, Prime Minister Holness expressed gratitude for the donation. He also sought to reassure Jamaicans that government was working to ensure that all vaccines received were approved by the World Health Organization and distributed through a seamless and safe delivery process.
The Ministry of Health has to go through an entire process of training, of securing cold chains, of selecting areas where vaccinations will take place, of creating a database of persons vaccinated and a system of registration for people to be able to schedule their vaccine and be properly documented, because they would have to get a first and a second dose. All of those things are taking place. So Jamaica is right in line with the other countries that will get.
In other news, the Jamaica Bauxite Institute, JBI, is now set to implement the second phase of the Rural Economic Development Initiative Ready 2 Water Harvesting and Greenhouse Cluster Project. This after a Memorandum of Understanding, MOU, was signed last Friday between the JBI and the Jamaica Social Investment Fund, JSIF. Minister of State in the Ministry of Transport and Mining, J.C. Hutchinson, says the objective of the $500 million project is to strengthen market linkages and enhance climate-resilient approaches.
We will see strengthening of the market linkages, better agriculture and tourism linkages, improved productivity, improved standards and quality of outputs, as well as a host of other benefits. This aligns with the vision of the government of Jamaica for a sustainable economy, which is to invest even more resources to foster sustainability and wide-ranging research efforts to meet these new challenges.
320 greenhouse farmers and their households, including persons with disabilities, will benefit from the initiative, which is expected to be implemented over a 5-year period. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.
To properly carry out a hand rub, apply a palmful of the product in your cupped hand, covering all surfaces. Rub your hands palm to palm. Rub your right palm over the back of your left hand with interlaced fingers and vice versa. Rub your hands palm to palm with fingers interlaced. Rub the back of your fingers to opposing palms with fingers interlocked. Rotationally rub backwards and forwards the clasped fingers of your right hand in your left palm and vice versa. Once your hands are dry, they are now safe.
There's no better time than now to turn your hand and make fashion. Take a look.
Hi there, thanks for joining us. I know, like myself, some of you are working from home. As you can see, I've turned my dinner table into a makeshift office, and I always have my trusty hand sanitizer with me. It's finished, so we're going to make homemade hand sanitizer. We have a 4-ingredient hand sanitizer. The most important ingredient is alcohol, and it has to be 62% volume or above, and aloe vera, and we have vitamin E oil and an essential oil, just to make it smell nice. So follow me into the kitchen. First things first is to turn our aloe vera leaf into aloe vera gel. It's not going to have the same consistency as the aloe vera gel that you'd buy in the store, but I trust this over store-bought because you don't know what they put in it. So first things first, wash it. and then we put it in our blender to smoothen it out. What we're aiming for is a 1/3 cup of aloe vera gel / juice and 2/3 cup of alcohol. We're doing it 2 to 1 because the most important ingredient is the alcohol. Now that we've blended our aloe vera, we're going to put a 1/3 cup of the aloe. Wow, my measurement is on point, man. Whoa, just right. But as I said, the main and most important ingredient is this right here, the alcohol. We're going to use 2/3 cup of alcohol to a 1/3 cup of the aloe vera. I have here my measuring cup and I'm going to pour 2/3 of the rubbing alcohol into the cup. And I'm going to add 1/3 of the aloe vera gel. For some persons, this will do, but for me, I want to add some vitamin E oil, so as to give a little more softness for the hands. So I'm going to put 2 to 3 drops of it because it's thick. As I said, this is optional, or you could use glycerin if you have it at home. Then the next one is the essential oil. I chose tangerine because I like that smell. And I'm going to add maybe 6 to 8 drops. And it's purely for cosmetic purposes. It doesn't add anything. As long as you have the rubbing alcohol, you should be good. Then I will just mix them together. In a clean container, after you mix the ingredients together, you pour. Now that we've made our homemade hand sanitizer, the only thing left to do is to try it out. Very moisturizing. Wow. It's very strong too. Smells a lot like the alcohol with a tinge of the tangerine. So you can try it out right there in the comfort of your home.
Reduce your risk of viral illnesses like the flu and coronavirus. Wash your hands frequently with soap and water. Cover your nose and mouth when coughing with a tissue and dispose of it. Avoid close contact with anyone with the cold or flu-like symptoms. If you become ill, please visit your doctor or the nearest health center and share your travel history. The flu and coronavirus can kill. Let's protect each other. A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Social inclusion is a major drive for the government. See how the state, through the Jamaica Council for Persons with Disabilities, is ramping up its support for the hearing impaired and deaf community.
What is a screen reader?
A screen reader is a piece of assistive technology that captures information from your screen and converts it to speech, or as braille on a braille display.
Are there different types of screen readers?
So for the Windows-based computers, there are 3 types of screen readers that are used. There's the most famous one, JAWS, Job Access with Speech. There is NVDA, that means non-visual desktop access, and there is Narrator that is built into Windows. So for this demonstration, I'll be using JAWS. And if JAWS is already installed on your system, all you need to do is go to your desktop, press J for JAWS and press enter, and it will announce that it has been loaded. Right. So I'll be also using Microsoft Word to demonstrate how we type and how the screen reader works with us when we're typing. So I am now going to go ahead and type something, and you will hear the screen reader reading what I type, letter for letter.
H, I, space F, Y, space F, A, F, E, space I, S, space spelling error, A, F, I, O, N.
Right? And if I want to hear what I type, I use the arrow keys on the keyboard, and it will tell me what I type.
Hi, my name is Damien.
Hi, my name is Damien. And that was what I typed. So this is how the screen reader works along with Microsoft Word and any other program that we use on the computer. Also, for our mobile devices, yes, they too also have screen readers. So for the iOS, there's one called VoiceOver. And on the Android-based system, there is Google Talkback, and Samsung also has their own screen reader that is called Voice Assistant. So for this demonstration, I'll be using Google Talkback on a mobile phone. And how the screen reader works is if I put my finger anywhere on the screen and there's an icon there, then the screen reader will announce that icon. Let's try this.
Chrome. Double tap to activate. Double tap and hold to long press. Actions available. Use swipe up then right to view.
Okay, so the icon that I touched was Chrome. And after it mentioned that I touched Chrome, it gave me some actions that I could carry out. So if I double tap, it would have opened Chrome. And it also gave me some other actions that I could carry out if I wanted to.
Where can screen readers be accessed?
Well, for the computer, you can purchase JAWS. It's quite expensive. It's about $1,200 US for the package. You can purchase it from Freedom Scientific. Also, for the mobile devices, once you purchase the device, the screen reader comes built into the device. So all you have to do is go into the accessibility setting and turn it on.
What is a white cane?
A white cane is a device that is used by both blind and visually impaired persons to navigate their way in any open space. How the white cane works is that you extend the hand with the cane out in front of you, and while walking, it will pick up surfaces and obstacles that may be in the way.
Where can white canes be accessed?
If you're blind, you can purchase a white cane at the Jamaica Society for the Blind for $3,000.
What is a prosthesis?
A prosthesis is a device used to replace a lost limb.
Are there different types of prosthesis?
Some of the different types of prosthesis would be upper limb, below knee, and above knee. This is an example of an above knee prosthesis. The components here, socket, a liner that goes in here, which is this part, a flexible knee, stainless steel titanium pylon, foot shell, carbon fiber blade. Those are the components for a prosthesis, above knee. Yes? I'm going to show you what below knee prosthesis is. Here we are. Again, this is your liner, which fits onto your stump, is the below knee. Fits onto the stump, fits into the socket, which is this. Pylon, carbon fiber shell.
Tips to care for your prosthesis.
Normal cleaning tips to take care of the prosthesis would be cleaning it with a non-abrasive cleaner, such as a hand soap. And that's basically what it is. Normal adjustments and things like that will be done by our prosthetic technician at the clinic. The other part of it is easy. It's a snap in, snap out, and he's going to show you how he takes it off. So go ahead, take it off. Comes off. This is your leg. Puts it back on. Locks into place. It's good to go.
Where can I get more information or help?
More information can be had at the Surgex Prosthetic Clinic at the Sir John Golding Rehab Center, Mona, Kingston.
A production of the Jamaica Council for Persons with Disabilities, a department of the Ministry of Labor and Social Security.
About 29,000 Jamaicans are blind. Another 80,000 are considered visually impaired. Glaucoma. Eye diseases arising from diabetes and refractive errors in children are among the major causes of blindness and visual impairment in Jamaica. Get your eyes checked if you have not had an eye exam in the last 2 years. Visit your eye doctor or call the Jamaica Society for the Blind Vision Center at 876-927-6757 or 876-927-6759. Take care of your eyes. You need them to properly carry out your daily activities.
There's been a spike in COVID-19 cases across the island. While we urge you to practice mask wearing, hand sanitizing and social distancing, we also ask that you consider these foods to boost your immune system.
The novel coronavirus 2019 or COVID-19 is a respiratory illness that may present with a fever, dry cough and tiredness. Persons may experience more severe symptoms such as shortness of breath and difficulty breathing. One of the best ways to fight this disease is by boosting your body's immune system. Giving yourself a healthy head start could be the difference between life and death. As we look at how we can stave off or reduce the effects of COVID-19 and other respiratory illnesses like this disease, we have compiled a list of ways to optimize the functioning of our immune system. First things first, get regular rest. Sleeping between 6 to 8 hours helps improve the body's immune function, mental health, and regulate weight while increasing productivity. Next up, exercise. Physical activity improves one's mood while increasing energy levels in the body. Managing stress is another weapon against sickness. When we are anxious, the body's disease-fighting defenses are reduced. Keep hydrated. Yes, the body doesn't function properly when it doesn't have enough fluids. You may maintain adequate water levels in your body by consuming water, fruits and vegetables with high water content, as well as soup. If you suffer from any health condition, be on top of your medication and stick to the management plan that's been decided on with your doctor. Another tip, you are what you eat. If you consume too much alcohol, sugary drinks, and processed foods, the body's defenses will lack the right micro and macronutrients to function properly. That's why it's absolutely important that we have a balanced diet. Incorporating items from all the food groups allow the body to glow, grow, and go. There are some foods, however, that are rich in vitamins and minerals which help to power up the body's natural immunity. Noted for its immune-boosting qualities, foods rich in vitamin C help the body produce white blood cells, which ward off or shorten the length of infections. Citrus fruits such as oranges, lemons, tangerines, lime, and grapefruit are rich in vitamin C. But even richer in the vitamin are cherries and red sweet pepper. Local fruits and vegetables such as Tahiti apple, guava, pineapple, papaya, June plum, soursop, cauliflower, cabbage, and Irish potato are also rich in vitamin C. As an antioxidant, vitamin E helps to prevent cell damage and regulate the function of one's immune system. Pear, peanut, olive oil, and almonds are among the foods with high vitamin E content. Foods with anti-inflammatory properties help treat respiratory illnesses, so it's best to add cinnamon, tomato, ginger, turmeric, flaxseed, strawberry, and garlic to your diet. Vitamin A is a key ingredient in the body's infection-fighting arsenal, as it helps with vision, repair, growth, and reproduction. In addition to spinach and kale, foods such as carrots, mangoes, pumpkin, sweet potato, and cantaloupe are rich in vitamin A. Another immuno-boosting vitamin can be found in milk, egg, cheese, tofu, yogurt, and fortified cereals. Vitamin D. The vitamin is also present in fish such as tin mackerel, tuna, sardine, and salmon. B vitamins are a critical part of the body's red blood cell production. They help to convert food into energy while maintaining healthy body tissues. Banana, sunflower seeds, watermelon, chicken, turkey, goat meat, liver, and red peas are rich in vitamin B. Zinc allows our body's immune cells to function properly while reducing inflammation. Foods rich in zinc include shellfish such as crab, lobster, and mussels. Zinc is also present in peas and beans, nuts, seeds, as well as dark meat including beef and pork. Practicing proper personal hygiene is also an important part of maintaining a healthy lifestyle. That includes regular hand washing and the use of hand sanitizer if water and soap is not available. Sneeze or cough into your elbow or cover with tissue that should be discarded in a bin. Avoid touching your mouth, eyes, or nose. And be sure to practice social distancing. You are your first line of defense against COVID-19. For your health's sake, start practicing good healthy habits today.
What do you need to know about masks for your children? You want to ensure that the mask fits your child snugly, as in it covers their nose, their mouth, and it fits neatly at the side of their face, no gaps. You want to get your children some washable, breathable mask made of fabric. You want to ensure that they carry an extra mask with them, because once that mask gets dirty or wet, they will need to change the mask. When they get home, you want to ensure that those masks are washed and ready for the next day or the other day to come. Also, remind them that they need to wash their hands when they're putting on the mask and when they're taking off the mask. And as much as possible, they should avoid putting their hands at the center of their mask. If it is that they have to make any adjustment to their mask during the day, it's important that they either wash their hands or use their hand sanitizer. Mask wearing is a new normal. Let's get it right.
And that's all the time we have on this station. Be sure to join us again tomorrow when we'll have another magazine packaged just for you. Keep connected with us online at your leisure. There's jis.gov.jm, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. There's also a mobile app that's smartphone compatible. On behalf of the entire team here at the JIS, I'm Adrian Atkinson. Thanks for watching.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.